Straight ahead on CCX News, hitting the right chords to help veterans heal. Plus, the impact of Topgolf on Brooklyn Center, how many jobs the golf entertainment venue could create. But first, a closer look at suburban homelessness through the eyes of a new leader. CCX News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. There are new efforts and a new point person to address homelessness in Hennepin County.
The homeless problem isn't just an inner city issue, it's a suburban one too. And Eric Nelson joins us now on efforts to cut down on homelessness in Hennepin County. Eric?
Yeah, Alex and Mike, David Hewitt is the new guy in charge of the Office to End Homelessness. It's a joint effort between Hennepin County and Minneapolis. Hewitt brings global perspective to the homeless problem after working on anti-poverty efforts in Cambodia and his hometown of London. One reason it's a difficult problem to solve is because affordable housing is becoming more expensive.
We have strain on our shelter system, and there are people going unsheltered, and we desperately need to get them into shelter. But more than that, nobody should be living in shelter. Too many people spend too long in shelter. Too many people cycle in and out of shelter. We need to find more sustainable solutions for them in the suburb and the city.
The homeless numbers in Hennepin County are eye-popping. More than 1,000 people use shelters every night. That includes roughly 160 families. Hewitt knows that he faces a daunting task to make those numbers go down. He also says more people are aware that this is a suburban issue too.
There is a growing recognition this is a problem in the suburbs, and there is a willingness to tackle it in the suburbs and to make services available. Solving homelessness to the extent that it can be solved is a community effort. It needs everybody to pull together, whether that's giving time, giving money, or directly working with people experiencing homelessness.
Hewitt says he is trying to move the needle and wants even more nonprofits and people from the business and faith communities to come together and solve the homeless issue. Mike?
All right, Eric, thank you. Firefighters say a Golden Valley man may have saved his home by simply closing the door to his attached garage. A fire had broken out in the garage just before 2 a.m. in the 200 block of Georgia Avenue North. Fire department spokesperson says the entire garage was burning when they arrived. A dog woke up the owner, who then opened the service door before quickly shutting it again. A Golden Valley fire official says that helped to stop the spread of the fire and probably save the home. In fact, they recommend closing all garage and bedroom doors at night. Everyone got out of the home safely. The garage was a total loss, but there was only smoke and water damage to the house, and the cause is under investigation.
Plans are now officially approved to bring Dallas-based Topgolf to Brooklyn Center. They're plans that are expected to create hundreds of new jobs. Topgolf will take over the Regal Theater site at Interstate 694 and Highway 252. The movie theater will be torn down. In its place, Topgolf will build a 3-level entertainment venue that combines an outdoor driving range with a bar, restaurant, and rooftop lounge. The driving range will have a netting system that's up to 170 feet high to contain all the golf balls. Topgolf estimates the facility will create 500 jobs with 125 people working at its busiest shift. The facility is expected to be ready by fall of next year.
Brooklyn Park is moving forward with what could be one of the biggest solar energy projects for a city in Minnesota. The City Council wants to install solar panels on 5 of its facilities, including the police station, the Community Activity Center, and on land above the water tanks at the water treatment plant. The city now needs to decide how much to pay up front for the solar equipment. The most expensive option involves the city paying $2.4 million to get $100,000 in energy savings a year.
All of the electricity that's used at city facilities, about 65% of that would be done through solar. So we're 65% renewable, and our goal is to try and get to 100% and get off the grid.
The solar panels could be installed this fall after the council decides on a payment option. The city is also looking for resident feedback.
A project to clean up a lake in New Hope is getting statewide attention and an award. When tests showed that phosphorus in Northwood Lake was 4 times higher than the state standards, the city made it a priority to reduce stormwater that flows into the lake. The unusual solution included building a huge underground storage tank to collect runoff. It's then pumped to nearby ball fields to water the grass. The city could have dug a larger pond to collect sediment, but the city didn't want to lose valuable park space.
The city of New Hope's fully developed, so we don't have much land at all that could be dedicated towards parks or any other type of development unless we acquire and demo existing buildings. So preserving that park space was important to neighbors, to residents, and to city staff.
New Hope won the League of Cities Sustainable City Award for the project. A unique program is helping to bring hope and healing to veterans.
The Brooklyn Park Vet Center is one of 2 facilities in Minnesota that is taking part in the program. Sonia Goins has more.
2 frets higher. Just slide it up 2 frets.
This is where you'll find Donnie Edson on most Tuesdays at the Brooklyn Park Vet Center, teaching veterans how to play the guitar.
You're going to be up on fret 9, and it'll be the same note you're playing now.
Donnie has been part of the Guitars for Vets program for more than 5 years.
Probably have gone through 50 students or so.
Veterans are offered 10 free lessons, and when they're all done, they get a brand new guitar, complete with music gear. Mike DeLaurier was one of Donnie's first students.
And I'd never played the guitar before in my life. I'd always wanted to.
Both men served in Vietnam. Mike was in the Marines, while Donnie was in the Army.
A lot of guys that came back from overseas that were just weird in the head from the whole thing. War is hell.
They say the music helps to calm the hurt and trauma of war.
Music is repetitive in some senses, so you end up doing something that you can do well, and that's good for you.
Mike suffers from PTSD and depression. He found harmony in the 6-string instrument.
I feel that it helped to save my life and my marriage. I had no direction. I just had too much time on my hands, and now I don't, because Donnie keeps me busy with extra projects and stuff.
Now Mike says his #1 goal is to get more veterans to join the life-changing jam session.
My duty is to raise awareness of the program so we can get more people involved, because it does work.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The veterans have a group called the Damaged Goods Band, and you can check them out at the annual Vet Center Picnic, which is held July 8th at Central Park in Brooklyn Park. Up next, listen up, something we may be forgetting to do that could be hurting our hearing.
Plus, Park Center coaches and players pass on their knowledge to young basketball players in Brooklyn Park.
But first, here comes the rain again. Wednesday could produce a soaker.
Experts say that more than 48 million Americans have some degree of hearing loss.
There are a number of different things people encounter every day that could contribute to the problem. In today's Health Check report, Delane Cleveland explains how to protect your hearing, especially during the summer.
As any homeowner can attest, mowing the lawn is a mundane yet necessary activity to maintain the appearance of your yard. But what some people may not realize is that this simple task can be hazardous to your hearing health.
Really anything over about 20 minutes with a lawnmower can definitely start to impact your hearing.
Taya Wagner is a specialist from Miracle Ear in Crystal. Wagner says that lawnmowers produce a noise around 90 to 100 decibels. It's a sound that's loud enough to damage your hearing if you don't wear ear protection.
All those lawnmowers, weed whackers, boat motors are all over 100 decibels. And anything that is over 85 decibels for any prolonged period of time will cause hearing damage.
Yet it's not just motors people need to worry about. With the 4th of July approaching, firecrackers that are on sale at the stands popping up around the Twin Cities can have the same sort of impact. Take for instance this little firecracker called Piccolo Pete's TNT. It can essentially fit in the palm of my hand. But while it may be small, it can pack a big punch. Experts say firecrackers can reach 125 decibels. The fireworks stands warn people about the sound they can emit, but it's up to consumers to protect themselves.
You're going to want to use some hearing protection in order to preserve the hearing that you've got.
Wagner laid out several popular options for people, ranging from earmuffs you'd wear while cutting the grass to earplugs you would wear at a concert or sporting event.
These hearing protection devices here, I just got at a local hardware store. None of them are over $20, so it's a very economical way to protect your hearing.
An economical solution that requires less effort than the act of mowing your lawn. For Health Check, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The experts say noise-induced hearing loss can actually happen at any age. Some of the common warning signs include having difficulty following conversations, thinking that noises sound muffled, or having a ringing in your ears. Still ahead on CCX News, what would you do with $400 in prize money? We'll have a Brooklyn Park man's answer.
But first, high school boys lacrosse players battle it out at a summer league in Brooklyn Park. John Jacobson has the highlights coming up next.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. High school lacrosse has become very popular in Minnesota, so it's not surprising that the sport is thriving in the summer, too. Osseo-Park Center is the host school for a 9-team summer high school boys league. Osseo-Park Center facing Elk River Monday night, and OPC wastes little time getting on the board. Nate Musial cutting Chris Curis for his shot and goal, and it's 1-0. Later in the first quarter, Musial picks up another assist. Anders Coombs whips the shot home here, up OPC up 2-0 after 1. Second quarter, Curis gets his second goal of the night, and it's 3-1 OPC on top at halftime. In the third quarter, Curis gets his team another goal, slicing through the Elk River defense to score, making it 4-1 OPC. But Elk River rallies. Talon Heath from behind the net. The Elia Cusio lasers that shot home. It's tied 4-4 after 3. Trailing 5-4 in the fourth, Zach Odegaard of Elk River emerges from that mass of players to score. That ties it at 5. Then a short time later, Devin Roberts makes a good run up the right side. He fires a shot in that turns out to be the game winner for Elk River. They rally to beat Osseo-Park Center 6-5. Also Monday at Park Center night, it was Maple Grove beating Champlin Park. Rebels in white, quick turn and a shot goal for Champlin Park. That puts them up 2-0. Maple Grove gets on the board here. Cole Masco takes the pass. A couple of nice fakes. He'll tuck a shot home for a goal. It's 2-1 at halftime. Second half, almost all Maple Grove. Nasco works by the defender, makes a nice shot. Snipe in his second goal. It ties it at 2. Later in the third quarter, Grove takes the lead. Good individual effort here by Tanner Scanton, who scores, giving Maple Grove the lead of 3-2. And they extend their lead later in the third. Nick Kafer sets up Nick Fredericks, who scores as he's checked. That makes it a 5-2 game. Champlin Park pulls to within 2 goals in the fourth quarter. The attack here, muscling out front. He shoots and scores. That makes it 5-3. That's as close as Champlin Park gets. Maple Grove's Jaden Cruz passes to Fredericks, who scores again to make it 6-3. Maple Grove takes this one 7-3 over Champlin Park. Building a successful high school football program goes beyond X's and O's. Fundraising and community engagement are parts of the process, too. About 80 people took part in the Maple Grove football golf tournament at Rush Creek Golf Course. Various contests like longest drive and closest to the pin made a fun round of golf. It's a fundraiser for Crimson football, but also a good way to connect with former players, parents, and Crimson supporters.
It's a fun day. We're trying to get as many alumni and just people of the community out here golfing, and we want it just to be a cool get-together, kind of a Crimson football get-together, and have a fun thing. We'll have a dinner afterwards and try to make it a full evening and an auction and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully in time this will grow to be a big deal and kind of become a tradition. We've started for a couple of years, and we get to see some of the same faces, and now we're seeing a few more alumni, and so it's slowly getting there, but hopefully it's going to be a big thing.
Great day for golf. School basketball seasons don't start up again for about 5 months, but summer is the time for learning the game. As Jay Wilcox reports, a Park Center camp is a hit with up-and-coming players.
It's a gym full of basketball lovers. Park Center boys basketball coach James Ware knows the sport is going strong in the Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center area, and his growing camp numbers reflect that.
We started off our camp about 2 years ago, and our numbers were right around 30 kids for a week. And I said to myself, there's got to be more kids that want to play, especially in Brooklyn Park. Kids love to play, right? So we just kind of stuck with it every summer. Went from 2 sessions to actually 4 sessions, meaning 4 weeks. And it's just been great. Get a lot of kids in here. Now we're up to probably about 65, almost 70 kids.
Ware's Park Center players are part of the staff helping the campers in grades 3 through 9. The high schoolers get something out of it too.
It's just a great experience to interact with the little kids. There's definitely a lot of talent around this area. It's just fun to get to meet them, know more about them, hang out with them, spend some time with them.
A 4-day camp won't transform someone into a great player immediately, but the kids are definitely learning some moves and skills that will help them shine.
I try to get a better ball handler so I can and try to score more and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think it's dribbling because at the beginning of camp I was using basketballs a lot. Now I'm starting to get better at handling the basketball better. Also shooting the basketball and getting in the right shooting pocket.
Oh, we're learning how to do a lot of ball handling, rebounding, defense. We're learning how to do basically everything, and he teaches us how to shoot correctly.
Have fun playing the game of basketball. If kids love to play, if they enjoy playing basketball, they're going to work at it. So then it's really just teaching them the things that they can do by themselves, the skills that they can work on outside of camp.
While it's not the main focus, Coach Ware also knows that building future strong varsity teams for Park Center starts with getting young players wanting to excel and wanting to be Pirates. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The camp we visited is one of 4 camps this summer. The second one is taking place this week. There are 2 more ahead in July. Contact the city of Brooklyn Park to register. That's all for sports today. Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right, thanks, John, and we'll be right back. And finally, the check is in the mail and a missing Spud has been returned to its rightful owner.
Tom Lowinger was honored Monday night at Brooklyn Park City Council meeting for winning the city's Spud Hunt contest that coincides with the city's Tater Days Festival. After just 2 clues, Tom found the missing golden potato behind a large boulder at Founders Park. It's a pretty good reward, too. Tom will receive a $400 check. He says he plans to take his entire family out to dinner. And there's a chance he could win even more prize money. It turns out he has a Taste of Brooklyn Park punch card, which if you get enough punches at participating restaurants, it allows you to be entered into a $250 cash prize drawing. So there you go.
Be thrifty, right?
Yeah, he could be on a roll. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here again tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock.